there's a space for music to be played that we like, but it's so much catered to either the young people or the younger people and the older people. But that middle ground, if somebody figures out how to capitalize right here and give it an avenue, when these younger kids come up and when they come through this system, it's gonna be something dope and different.
You are listening to Brink Radio.
What's happening, everybody? Of course, it's your host, Brink Young, coming straight out of them South Memphis slums. You are tuning in to Brink Radio right here, 196.3 FM. Talk about bumping 96.3 because, you know, Brink put the B in bumping. And, of course, we on iHeartRadio, the app, and iHeart.com, man. I told you, we're trying to get y'all sprung, man. Listen, we got a brand new face, brand new voice kicking in with us on the show tonight, man. And I got to give you an introduction. We talk about a proper introduction, man. We talking about he grew up on sack lunch, fruit punch, jungle juice. We talking about my guy ARi Hotep, aka Chinchilla Green. What's happening?
Man, nothing, chilling like a villain, bro.
Hey, man.
No lie.
First, I got to say thank you for being on this platform, man. Like I say, we've been cooking this up for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's finally coming out the oven, ready to serve the people, man. We got plenty to talk about, dog.
Yeah.
Plenty
it's long
to talk
overdue,
about.
Man, for real.
Yes, sir, man. So let's go ahead and talk about you, man. I'm big on the genesis of people, man. I'm big on, you know, talking about things like where they're from. I'm big on talking about things like how their come up was being where they from. So start out with that, man. Where you from, man?
I'm from South Memphis.
Okay.
I got to claim South Memphis and I got to claim Black Haven because we grew up over there near Castaic off of Quinn. And then, you know, just my roots from my grandparents, my parents, you know, they from there too. So we wound up moving to the Haven probably about like 7, 8 years old. So the Haven was just, it was a big part of what, you know, what people hearing from me when it comes to the music side of things and just the hustle and all that's given. Yeah. If I say, you know, put in the box.
Definitely shout out to everybody out there from the Haven where it ain't no saving. That's what I heard, man. They say it ain't no saving out there. So we got plenty to talk about, man, because like I say, not only are you an artist, man, you're also, do they call it master barber? Like what's the classification on that?
It's still an artist if you ask me because first of all, I'm able to give a skill set that came from my grandparents.
Okay.
My grandmother, she did hair. My grandfather, he cut hair, and he was a carpenter.
Wow.
That's my dad, folks. And then my granddaddy, which is wild, he owned his own construction company and concrete company in Memphis. And he used to cut my uncles in them hair. Before he got out of here, he gave me some of them silver, them old school clippers. Yeah. Them silver joints. I was like, man, you couldn't have gave me no money. But, you know, it's like, he was giving me value to say, you know, keep it going. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Man, I promise, man, that's one thing they can't do. They can't take them hands away from you, man.
No.
Hey, once you chopping. So did you like come up as a teenager cutting hair, or, you know, did it something that kind of came later in life, or what?
Man, it came later in life. My first haircut was my brother. I put a plug in his hair.
Oh, man.
I was about 5, man. My mom was mad as hell.
Yeah.
Because my dad was in San Diego at the time. And she came in the room and was yelling. But just the transition part to that was I wound up going to barber school after my cousin Cootie, which is my Uncle Cat Dad there, everybody, you know what I'm saying, they be vibing off for. His son was like, man, if you could draw a straight line, you can cut hair.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of like blown away because I'm like, bro, I paint, I draw. You know what I'm saying? I was hooping as a teenager, but I started writing poetry. So that's kind of like the interchange versus me cutting. But when my cousin said that, it went to another level.
Absolutely, you know, man. So we got to talk more about you hooping, man. Off the air, you told me that you actually played ball at UT Martin, right?
UT Martin, yeah.
Wow, man. Yeah. What's that like, man? Because I don't have guests on the show all the time that played college ball, man.
Yeah. Like,
what was that experience like for you out there?
The experience going from high school and really not knowing what the next destination was good for me because I wound up, one of my college roommates was a guy I've been knowing since the 3rd grade, and his father and my father grew up together, Cody Tate.
Yeah.
So we played ball together. So it's just like going from that transition, little league ball, all the way up to high school and then on to college. That experience was I got a chance to walk on. I didn't really get a chance to play like I wanted to because like in practice, I'm killing them.
Yeah.
But then it's like Game Time, they done put this money on this kid coming from Indiana or coming from Florida or wherever, wherever the student is coming from, student athlete, and now my time ain't really there. So, but I did get a chance, get in games like when we played University of Memphis. It was dope.
Yeah.
Playing in front of the home crowd, trying to score a basket, not necessarily, executing the plan, but it was good for me to say, this is a game that I grew up loving, and now to get to the highest heights of knowing how the workouts go, dominating in practice, cats seeing me dunk, and not knowing that I had the ability to do what I was doing. So it's just more or less like that overall experience was good because my guys around me got a chance to say, hey, one of our homies out the crew that played actually playing on the team. It didn't reach the highest heights of success, but my dad tried out for the Detroit Pistons, I found out later on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Later on in life, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, so it was just something that was just naturally, there.
Man, collegiate ball is still a career in my book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get into the music side of things, man. You actually got a project that's man, we're talking about a double album. That's something that's rare, especially in these days, man. We're talking about the International Hustle album, man. Let's talk more about that.
Yeah, so I do gotta give a shout out to Dunn Tripp. Like that's somebody that I got a chance to start out with, not as far as like just grooming my skills, but being around and being in the room to see where he's doing things now. It was a cat named Gary. It was just like, man, I just think that this dope to see. This dude did 24 albums.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he from Memphis. So to see the skill set, that's part of like my inspiration for the double album. But as far as just the international hustle in itself, I'm thankful that I was able to bridge a gap from starting the album, putting it together with a label out of Canada, saying, okay, hey man, this first mall gonna be International Hustle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9, 10. We did 5 singles. Connected with my homegirl Candace Ivory, then connected with my homeboy Smurf, then I did a couple of singles. So I'm thinking that I'm finna do a whole album with this label. Man, next thing I know, I stopped getting communication from them. It wasn't nothing negative. Like, we didn't have no fallout. I want to clear the air on it.
Yeah.
It was just that what I wanted to do didn't get done. So I was like, man, I kind of felt depleted because this same thing happened. Not necessarily the same thing. My first album, I had to record it 3 times to get it done. So I got it. But now it's like, okay, this could be a fork in the road. Do I keep going or do I just stop? So I kept going, and I wound up recording like 50 songs.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And choosing the best crop of songs out of there with the help of cats like Marco Dane, KMV, you know what I'm saying? My DJ up in New York, or no, he's in DC, DJ Ray Black, you know what I'm saying? Like, they helped me like really prioritize the album. Hey man, you got 45 days for this album drop. You need to mix and master. My boy Michael Rayno, we call him Ricochet, he helped mix and master the album too. So it's just like I gotta complete this task because I don't even want to put myself in a box saying international hustle or just local star. No, this international hustle is real. I gotta get out my own way. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put some on the table to where it's like my kids, they like, man, my granddad was cold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk more about these 5 singles, man. We're going to get into the 50 songs because that's a hell of a process. But let's talk about these 5 singles first and foremost, man.
Yeah. So the song, it's a song with Candace Ivory that we did, and I can't remember the title offhand because you know what I'm saying, I'm just in a zone. But that first song she sent me, I was like, okay, I hear some. Let me go into the song. We go into the song. I say a line in the song where 100 million jobs got to swap by 2030, and this was like 2021. And when it hits, I'm like, okay, we got some. We in the vibe. We in a position because she reached out to me.
Yeah.
The next song was If I Should.
Yeah.
The title of the song was If I Should Die, and I was like, nah, we ain't gonna even speak that into existence. So now I reach out to Smurf Diggity. And I just go off on a verse, born to be original, game got a copy. Worried about my pinky finger, never kept a snow bunny. So it was just like, I just snapped in mind on just that verse. So that led to another classic that I wound up doing called Stay Consistent. Cause my pops is big on, he was the one saying, do you want to be a leader or do you want to be a follower? And he planted this seed early on.
Yeah.
Giving me 10,000 checks to put in order while I'm sitting next to other cats. It's like, bro, your dad don't make you put checks in order. You know what I'm saying? But so it was another 2 records that I put out, like right after that, and I was just like, yeah, we finna get on this. We finna put, I'm finna put something dope, and now I'm tied in with Canada with some Southern lingo, some Southern slang, and now like let's go forward. But when it stopped, I was hurt, bro. I ain't gonna lie, cause I'm like, I've been working on it. I've been working on this, and I got 14 other songs done. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
I think that it's incredible to have the wherewithal to even be able to come up with 5 singles, but 50 songs though. Yeah. Man, that's a whole arsenal. We talking about a complete war chest filled with music, man. So let's talk about the process of actually narrowing it down to a set number for a double album. Like how difficult was that for you?
Man, it was difficult because it was one song which is called Kick It Like a Player that I really wanted to go on the album, but it was just a miscommunication, nothing negative. Again, we wound up dropping it as a single. But the overall process and putting it together was Marco Dane saying, hey bro, you got a set number of days, bro, and you gotta get this out. We not gonna hold off. And he was just encouraging enough to be like, hey bro, we got to get on it. So from there, the process went to, okay, does this song fit the aesthetics of what we saying in the songs? And I had to talk this out with my DJ Ray Black, because as a DJ, he really sending the signals out to the people, and they gonna get a feedback. So from sitting down and getting him the records, like, hey bro, what's this one? He sequenced the album.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Then he sequenced the album for this too. So it was just like, for me it was easy. Yeah. Cause I did the hard work. I'm hearing the skits. I'm hearing the songs that I wrote. Hey, this song, I like this song with this, and hey bro, this don't go with that. This is the feedback that I'm getting from the DJ. So my cousin is like, he's on the album too as like a narrator through the album, and he's giving International Hustle from his perspective too. Most people may not see that, but again, it's like it was easy putting it together. Like finding the flow was the hardest part. Like, let me put this in somebody else's hands.
Yeah,
it don't make sense for me to do everything. Let me delegate.
Absolutely, man. Of course, one song we have to talk about because we about to play it, y'all. Yeah. We got to talk about that Coast, man, featuring my guy Marco Dane, man. Let's talk more about this song because it's actually a different vibe, a different feel than a lot of the music that I'm used to from hearing from you. Yeah. Let's talk more about this banger, man.
So it's kind of like a twofold. Marco Dane came out with a song called Side Note Random.
Okay.
So he already had given me like a Cali type vibe on the song, because he said one of his biggest I guess music inspiration is DJ Quick.
Yeah.
So my connection to DJ Quick is my uncle Keith. He would play some DJ Quick around me, that West Coast vibe. So to have that vibe already, knowing that it's a space for us to do it, that gave it like texture. So it went from there to my boy Bo Ali, which we actually played basketball together at East High School. He's one of my main producers. I've been knowing him since 7th grade. So Bo Ali had sent the track over, and we also have a group called a Digital Dungeon. This particular song had caught me right when I heard it.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I don't know. I got a verse to it. You know what I'm saying? Cost to be the boss, account for every loss. So I went off. But I sent it to Marco. I was like, man, I really need the proper hook on here. I need the proper flow and the proper energy. Sent it to Marco. He was like, I got it. Like automatically when I sent it to him, and the record was over with from there. Cause I always say Memphis is a state within itself, right?
Yeah.
We on the western side of Tennessee, so we give a coastal vibe too.
Yeah.
We on the west too. So it's just more or less like, and we on that river, we on that water. So his energy just flowed like it was a party in the streets. Not on nothing crazy, but it's just a real I say a flow.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? The song was just overflow. Yeah.
Hey, it's about time for us to go ahead and play it, man. What I'm gonna allow you to do, I want you to go ahead, introduce your song to the Brink Radio audience, man. Go ahead.
For sure, man. Appreciate it, Brink. So first and foremost, shout out to Bo Ali for producing this record, Coast, and shout out to Marco Dane, Lavelle Streetsy on the remix, and your boy ARi Hotep. You know what I'm talking about?
You are listening to Brink Radio.
And of course, we back. We're talking about Brink Radio right here on 96.3 FM. I'm your host, Brink Young, coming straight out of them South Memphis slums. You just heard Coast by my guy, ARi Hotep, featuring Marco Dane. Hey, it's turning up in them speakers. Matter of fact, what's crazy is, man, not only that song, but you got a few other songs that's playing internationally right now on radio all over the world, man. Let's talk more about that as well as the other singles that's popping globally.
Yeah. So internationally right now, I know that it was Brazil. Brazil actually played International Hustle. That's one of the songs.
Okay.
And they also picked up Coast as well. So Uganda also picked up the song International Hustle. Greece picked up the song Phases, which is featuring my children. They singing on the hook as well as myself, and it's a feature with Jason the Hater.
Okay, my guy, yeah.
So and then we got a bunch of write-ups overseas right now: Brazil, Mexico, Colombia. Like they really fooling with the music. So why not serve it to them? Champaign, Illinois has been playing Parking Lot Pimpin', which is that was one of the first radio singles that's been on a regular rotation. Like when I go back and look at my data weekly. Mm-hmm. It's playing in Illinois, it's playing in Charlotte, it's playing in New Orleans, and it's really taking off. Really want to get it to some car clubs, but hey man, it's jamming right now where we need it to.
Absolutely, man. So of course, let's talk more about the importance of having a team around you, because understanding that, man, sometimes, and it's rare where one person can be a one-man gang, but sometimes you just have to have, or be surrounded by like-minded people that can help you get from A to B to get to C.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it, man.
So I say first, the first thing for me that I had to find was I had to support myself.
Yeah.
So let me do the things that I'm good at. Let me learn everything that I can from recording myself, knowing how my mic needs to be set. Where do I need to inflect, when I'm on the microphone, just doing those basic things, from being able to know photography and things of that nature, marketing and other things. So now when I talk to people such as my boy Original Copy, you know what I'm saying? He know what I'm looking for from the merch side. He know what I'm looking to bring forward for the idea. He might explain and break down to me, right? My brother does my graphic design work. If you see Mark Millions on cover art, from exotic bags to, just different ideas that I might have, like Southern SHXT, he did the cover artwork. You know what I'm saying? So this is my brother, knowing that he has a wealth of information on, again, marketing and other things. The homegirl Shaniqua, she's doing marketing, and she's been sharing a lot of good information with me. So now, as I'm building, now more and more people like KMV, Ricochet, Marco Dane, not only are they artists, they're producers. They help and funnel and just like create ideas for the message to be heard. So when it comes to a team, ARi Hotep is a brand. Don't get it twisted, but it's not me just simply saying I'm by myself.
Yeah,
I couldn't get to where I've gotten by myself. It's some input from my uncles. It's some input of me finding out my mama played the flute. You know what I'm saying? It's my big cousin. Hey, bro, I need a hook. I don't got no hook for these two songs, bro. Hey, what you hear? So now the flavor that's sprinkled in the mix, it's like peas in a pot, man. It's some soul food, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah. So it's something that's interesting that I noticed. What's on your hat? It says HLA.
Yeah.
What is HLA? What is that about?
So it's two sides to HLA. So one side you'll have to go search and dig in the ARi Hotep vault or the catalog, and you will get that side. But HLA for me is it's a slogan, or it's a piece in itself, HLA. But what it is for me is a community. I always say communication plus unity equals community. And HLA for me is higher levels ahead. There are higher levels ahead that we're going to be advancing to with the ideas that we bring to the table, how we move going forward, whether it's the art, whether it's the music, whether it's in conversation, whether it's in a shop, whether it's film, movies, merch, whatever it is in the collective, it's communication plus unity. And it's basically my community, bro.
Hey, and it's definitely higher levels ahead for Brink Young.
Yeah.
I appreciate this gear, man.
Sure.
Like I say, man, I love when people pull up with the drip. Like I say, bring me something. I like to wear this stuff on these interviews and shows that I be doing. So I really appreciate that, man. Let's go ahead and transition into because off the air you told me something I found that was very interesting. You mentioned something about doing some work with the Memphis Grizzlies, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
So I can't think. I think it was like 2011 or 2012. The Grit Grind squad, I was cool with a lot of them guys. You know what I'm saying? Ryan, he was one of the jokers on the scene, and I pretty much knew like the DJ and other cats. But I wound up submitting this song called Grit Grind, and the Washington Wizards played the Grizzlies, and my children, we was in the box seats.
Yeah.
And they sitting down chilling, and my daughter like, Dad, that's your song they playing? So it was like, the fans rocking to it, they jamming, and the kids, they there and they feeling it. And it's just like, man, these are some heights that a lot of cats didn't get a chance to see at the time.
Right.
But now I'm seeing like more and more that the Memphis Grizzlies, the organization is opening up, and people are performing, and with the live bands with like Chinese Connection and my dogs, you know what I'm saying? And just other people have been able to Tyke T, been able to open up for them and do their thing. I'm like, I want to do that at some point with the music that I got. At least, something fit. Let's rock out.
Absolutely, man. Hey, it's only a matter of time. Of course, shout out to the Grizzlies, man.
Oh, yeah.
Understanding that they're going through a different transitional phase right now. But hey, let's hopefully that it gets greater later. Let's talk more about because obviously it's been a lot going on in the hip hop, I would say.
In these music streets.
In these music streets,
In these music streets.
as they say. One of the most popular, probably the song of the summer right now, is a song called "Spin That," by Young Miami, and the song is crazy.
It's crazy,
like
man.
It's a hit. More recently, we're talking about legendary ARi came out, made a statement about this song, and a lot of people kind of been taking it sideways, they've been kind of coming at her, but understand she's a legend. Y'all can't just be coming at a legend like that, especially without understanding the context of what she's saying. What are your thoughts on this whole situation, man?
Man, to be honest, like we discussed off air, it's like the song in itself, it's melodic.
Yeah.
It's catchy. It's something that the kids, they vibe to. And really my only problem with it was the kids singing on the video. You know what I'm saying? Like, but other than that, you gonna do what you do at the time you was given, because in my era there was a thing of balance. Yeah. Man, we had Uncle Luke. I can't sit here and just fault her, but I also gotta look at it from a standpoint of, I said earlier, ARi is the new quote unquote elder of our time. As consistent as she is today with what she said that she stated, she wasn't aiming at, it's Carisha, right? Yeah. Wasn't aiming at her. She just made a statement. And what happens is people get in their feelings versus listening to what was being said and really processing and think about it, because thinking is illegal now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if thinking is illegal, let's really process what she was saying. This is what the culture is what she said right now. She wasn't saying like, oh, she wrong for doing, nah. She's saying let's see it no different than when I saw the whole Drake and Kendrick battle. Yeah. I was happy for it. I wasn't taking nobody. I never took anybody's side. I just heard what was being battled and said, and I said that, hey, the level of lyricism is gonna increase at how fast the content was coming. Yeah. what ARi said, it's go across the board for a lot of people that I know. So now the statement that she made, it's gonna be some growth from this.
Yeah.
Or it's gonna people that stay at the same level. Let's bring some balances. To me, is what's needed. Not even dealing on what ARi said.
And I agree with you, man. You know, we talk about balance. Like, obviously 25 years ago, more balance was being displayed. You know, we had more artists like Common, we had more artists like Talib Kweli, we had more artists like just so many. Even if I could take it 15 years ago, Big Crit was definitely a force to be reckoned with. And it seemed like at some point in time, the industry, you know, I'll just make a blanket statement, the industry didn't display more of that as much. So it's like, when it comes to the balance now, it's like, okay, you got that, and then you got that 2.0. You know what I'm saying?
And 3.0 and 4.0.
Exactly. So, I mean, this is just the state of affairs where we at, man. But I'm grateful that, you know, us as elders, as well as the other elders, you know, are not being super judgmental about the whole situation. Because understanding, man, I came up on NWA.
I'm telling you. and then something, if I can add, I think there's a space for like that 35 plus year age. It's an age gap. I call it the bridge.
Yeah.
There's a space for music to be played that we like, but it's so much catered to either the young people or the younger people and the older people. But that middle ground, if somebody figures out how to capitalize right here and give it an avenue, when these younger kids come up and when they come through this system, it's gonna be something dope and different.
Let's talk more about working with Isaiah Conyers, man. That's somebody who, in my opinion, man, is probably one of the most phenomenal directors.
And mines.
That just creative. You know, he oozes creativity. I bought one of his old cameras from him.
Wow.
Probably about 12 or so years ago. And just to know, man, he shot Young Dolph videos with this camera. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like I had,
that was classic. That was a classic piece of, you know what I'm saying, of the history.
Let's talk about it, man.
So with Isaiah, man, his mind in itself, you know, he's bringing, I'm gonna say, cinematic and movie like videos. He was bringing those type of videos to the scenes when he shot them.
Yeah.
The angles that he may have shot in, the pieces that were in the frame, how he would put something together. Like, man, that's a mind of a madman that's able to bring something in the physical into the flesh. Yeah. It's like, bro, I can forever watch this Dolph video, you know what I'm saying, and be like, I know that Isaiah touched this and it's amazing. From him connecting me and I gotta do a video with Project Pat.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm in the video. And these are, you know, again, Memphis legends. Dolph, I'm production assistant, you know, where I want you to come on set. You might have to hold the light. You might have to do this. You might have to do that. You might have to control the music. You might have to stand in for Dolph or whoever it might be. I say Dolph.
Yeah.
Just have to stand in a position till you get here for how we gonna present this.
Yeah.
So it's just he has an amazing cinematic mind. He made me go back and study Gordon Parks. Yeah, if that makes sense. Yeah. And what Gordon Parks brought to the table.
Facts, man. Definitely shout out to my guy Isaiah Conyers, man. Iconic. Of course, we can't like not mention Nina Stacks as well, man. She on the independent film scene is going crazy.
And she started with it's a song that Smurf Diggity and I have called What You Talking About. Yeah. My boy Terrence Wilson, my homeboy that really helped me out big time on the music prediction, or Chris Ambrose, and then Greg Green. You know, I got to shout them out. Like, all of them got a chance to be in the video. Yeah. So she did that first video for me, but we wound up just building a rapport to where, again, on the production assistant side, well, even before that, she got me a job in Atlanta doing security at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was working at a hotel. I was too. It was just a grind. And she wound up moving to Atlanta the same time I did. So I've seen her grind go from, I'm doing music videos. Yeah, I worked on radio, but now, hey, fool, I'm finna do film. I'm finna do movies. And to see the process of, she'll hit me like, hey, they need a copy in the video for Rollo video. I'm gonna pull up. You know what I'm saying? Submit the information.
Yeah.
I need you in this movie. To where now I'm cutting hair on set to her Angel and Demon 1, Angel and Demon 2. Really, all the movies that she done come out, I've been a barber on set. So that's where the context is. If we saying Spike Lee was the present or is the present day legacy, I'm gonna say it today. Nina Stacks will be at some point. If not today, if not in the future, I'm gonna say now. I gotta give her flowers. You know what I'm saying? She one of the dopest.
Facts, man. And of course, you did mention radio, man. That's how I actually met her back in the day, man.
Yeah.
She was at High 107.
You see what I'm talking about?
She always showed love. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that was one of my first introductions to radio. First time I was ever on the radio, I called in doing one of her shows. And I'm like, bro, I'm on the radio.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely love, man. We got to talk about Jason the Hater, man. hate. Boo.
Boo gotta boo that, man. Yeah. Man, Jason for me is the mayor of. We created a sound called Memphop. I gotta shout out Mighty Quinn anytime I say Memphop with Iron Mike Coalition.
Yeah.
So Jason was the one that, man, I got in a situation out of college, and Jason, his crazy ass, he give me a box of tapes. I'm like, man, I'm really trying to get in the game. You know what I'm saying, to get my hustle on, but. Jason gives me a box of tapes, and it's got NWA, it's got D'Angelo, it's got KRS-One, it's got everybody you can think of. I kept that box for like 2 or 3 years, and at the time I had the tape player and the Infinity, and I'm playing the records that he gave me, and from that standpoint, and going forward, I saw my level of musicology go to another level with my writing, my ideas, my concepts, and it was all because of Jason. And Jason has got in the battle rap scene. He connects us to like artists that we might not even necessarily fool with, just because at certain points it's been a divide that, oh man, these niggas doing, excuse my friend, these cats doing the hippity hop or whatever. But it's like, hey bro, we from Memphis just like y'all from Memphis. It's just that we found a way to interpret and tell the story different. Yeah. It ain't no difference. It's just more or less like, from my standpoint, the negative is always put out there in front of you. It's not the balance that we need. But Jason the Hater he's that guy, he's the mayor. If I could say a word that I say describes Jason, he is the mayor for me to connect all the pieces to where I done connected them to my homeboys in California where, hey man, they done went out there and performed in LA. Yeah. Them boys brought Talib Kweli and KRS-One down. Jason them played with live bands. Yeah. So he's established like, hey man, this is what we doing, and this is a level to where when we have a show, we used to have shows, and if you mess up doing your set, bro, you got to get on the ground and do some push-ups. Yeah, man. So that make it where, hey, bro, when you get on the mic, man, you got to rock this, bro. Yeah. You can't play around with it. So I got to give my hats off to Jason, man. That's my big bro, man.
And you know, that's a part of the hard knocks that I think a lot of artists could benefit from now. You know, just this generation of artists. And I'm not trying to condemn none of them, nothing like that. But I'm just saying, man, adding that extra layer of toughness, you know, it goes a long way. You know, being able
hard
to, man, being able to accept or take rejection. You know, that's from the era we come from. Yeah. Passing out
that
flyers
criticism.
and
that criticism too.
Exactly, man.
A lot of them, like, I saw a post the other day and it was talking about, you could tell a difference between guys that have had their fathers in their lives and the guys that have been raised by women. Not saying that women can't raise the boys, but I know what it's like when I'm talking to certain men, and it's like, I ain't tripping on you criticizing me. That's only gonna make me better. Whereas some young men or some guys, they don't like the criticism, but the criticism is only gonna sharpen you. So when you make your next move, just like I said with the interview process, I've done interviews so I can get better at this. So once I get into a big space, man, Brink got a big space.
Facts. Appreciate it.
Hey, bro, why not prepare for it? So that's my take, bro.
Absolutely, man. Again, shout out to my guy Jason the Hater. So let's go ahead and switch
Boo
lanes
that man.
real quick, man. Boo. But let's go ahead and switch lanes real quick, man. It was a song that, man, was just so incredible. The video matched just impeccable. You know, I mean, great taste, great colors, just player laid back vibes.
Yeah.
You know, roll with me.
Yeah.
We talking about a true banger. We talking about kicking ASS on the BrinkTV countdown, man. Let's talk about that banger, man.
Hey man, I still thought we had that number one spot. Nah, it's all good. I first got to give a shout out to Tanya Dyson because she used to have this poetry spot going on, and it's a part of the Roll With Me history. She had the poetry spot going on, and I wound up meeting this cat named Gino Young, and he wound up sharing some advice about how to improve my writing. At the time, I had this poem called Basketball, and it was going, and he gave me the advice, and I just started. From that day forward, I started just going in, just shedding, just writing. Come to find out, he was Erykah Badu's writer.
Wow.
And I was like, okay. So that led to me going to another spot where I met this chick, Miss Owens, and I'm in a studio with Smurf, and he like, hey man, I don't got no hook for this song, and I'm like, come on and roll with me while I took your fantasy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, hey bro, that's it. But Loretta, I heard this, my homegirl Loretta at this poetry spot one night. She's singing. I'm like, all right, let me get on the hook. I got somebody, Smurf, because he had did the hook for what you talking about.
Yeah.
So it just went from that to saying, okay, let's put this record out. It's jamming, and it's the same record from Memphis Bleak and Jay-Z. But my boy Paragon Assassin had, he did the beat. So we put the record out, and unbeknownst to us, man, it would be later on that we would do the video. I can say it now.
Yeah.
Man, we recorded that song like 2014.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So for me, the art never dies.
Yeah.
You can put a visual to it when you know what I'm saying, like when you get your funds ready, when you had a vision. And I gotta again give Isaiah his credit. I gotta give Nina her credit. You know what I'm saying? Cause my partner was the one that did the video, but I knew what I wanted it to look like.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be home. I wanted to kind of be like parking lot pimping-ish, and I wanted people to roll with me. And we had a star-studded cast. You know what I'm saying? And we brought some soul to the table with that record, man. That people really, they vibe with the record. And again, it's with my boy Smurf. So
yeah, man.
I can't wait to do an album with that boy, man.
I was just about to say, man, let's talk about the tandem of you and Smurf Diggity, man, because he's a name, he's an artist that shows up in, a handful of your songs. Mm-hmm. How did that connection come about?
Man, really? Dog, we've been knowing each other since like 8 years old, playing basketball together.
Yeah.
Or against each other, I want to say together. Man, they murked us 52-9 one game. I'm like, bruh, these cats cold. So I remember him from that standpoint. And then as teenagers, we both wound up going to Haven View Junior High School. And him and this cat named Troll, they was always rapping. I had gotten into poetry at this point because I'm listening to D'Angelo, the Brown Sugar album. So I'm writing poems about basketball, you know what I'm saying? But these guys, they kicking flavor. And I'm like, bro, these dudes cold. Yeah. Crooked Thug Ballers at the time. So this 8th grade, 9th grade, and then like I hadn't seen them, we was kids, and then in our teenage years, I see him in junior high. Then I didn't see him again. And one night, I'm with this cat named Milk. I'm with the Hater. I'm with IMC and all of them. And I run into Smurf. And I was like, look, bro, put my number in your phone, bro. We gotta do some music because we had been on the scene. We vibing on the Milfop scene in the underground. You know what I'm saying? We just doing our thing. So one thing leads to another. And what you talking about was the first record we did, but Roll With Me was that second record. And just anytime we get on the song, it's just for me, it's that energy like that UGK,
yeah,
that Outkast, that Dungeon Family, that Devin the Dude. You know what I'm saying? It's a real Southern draw. It's a real Southern funk. Like we got a song called Exotic Bags, right? And I didn't know where I was going on the record. But Smurf, once he sent the record and we drove it home, I was like, all right, I see. He's somebody to me. He's a rapper's rapper. You know what I'm talking about? Like a lot of people give a bridge on just say Outkast. They like, man, Dre better than Big, but I'm like, man, Big Boy still rapping, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, Smurf running circles around cats, and he been doing it forever. And for me to be an artist, and I paint my words with my pen. So it's like to have somebody like him and get on a record. Hey man, sometimes it's like I be like, man, I feel like he outdid the record. You were like, nah, bro, you killed it. Just like when I did the International Hustle. Yeah, he was the first person. Like, hey man, you put fire under our feet, man. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just real respect and love, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my dog.
Hey man, we talking about real swordsmen around here, man. Hey, they doing their thing when it comes to this music. I want to talk about a project that you dropped back in the day, man. You did mention DJ Ray Black earlier. Yeah. You put out 3-piece and a biscuit. Yeah. Man. It's Suede. Let's talk about crazy. It, dog.
So you want to just go in on that song or
the whole
project?
Yeah,
so
the whole project. Yeah.
The project is all encompassing to like collaborate, meaning like I got a client named Brandon. He my homeboy. He the street A&R. He on Parking Lot Pimp at the end. So Brandon was the one that showed me value. It was a struggle, you know what I mean, like being in Atlanta and picking up a new clientele because I'm coming from what I know to nothing. You know what I'm saying? I gotta completely start over. His son was the first cut I got. So I used to show this man receipts, Popeye's chicken. Hey man, if you write this code down, hey man, they gonna give you some, you know what I'm saying, some chicken and a biscuit. So that transformed or transmutated into, man, you know what? I need to do a project called 3-piece and a biscuit. My boy Bo Ali contributed the Suede song. DJ Ray Black did the first and the third song. So it was just like I was like, DJ Ray Black, we need a project. My daughter, she did 2 paintings, one of Trump when he got shot and one of Kamala. So I was like, all right, I want my brother to do the graphic design work, but my daughter, she did the paintings that you see on the image. Yeah. So it was like, now I got them working together. Me and DJ Ray Black working together on the song, and then here come me and my homeboy B that showed me true value and true, true experience from my chair where it's like, hey bro, you my barber. At first I was just cutting his son. So it's just weaving the music, weaving life together in the music too, like that song Suede. I'm talking about a self-driving Tesla. I'm sitting here writing, and a Tesla pulls up to a stop sign and takes a left, and I'm like, bro, this is real life right here. It's just an experience to where, like when I talked about Geno Young earlier, man, I started seeing music in color, and that's what I was seeing on when I, you know what I'm saying, like when I vibe with DJ Ray Black on that album, cause he a DJ. Yeah. How important is a DJ? But this man can spit too. Come on, man, we gon' 3-piece and a biscuit, bro. We laid it on the table. We just give me. It was really like an entree to what we got. We got an album called Breast, Wings, and Thighs that we doing as a collective with the Digital Dungeon. So it was really like the entree to that project. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
I promise, man, that 3-piece and the biscuit gonna get you through. Yeah. It's gonna put you through the door, man. Yeah. We got to talk about a banger that you dropped back in the day, man. We talking about 2nd Street. It's something from that I gotta ask you about, man. F your hip hop list, Almost Wanted. Yeah. What type of bag was you in when you said that, man? Because obviously we see these top 10 lists all the time. We see XXL freshman lists. We see all these different types of lists. Yeah. What type of bag was you in when you made that song?
Man, when I made this song, I was really, I can't say I was in a dark space. Like the whole album, my album was called the Manefa Project, which just simply means, translated into eternal beauty. My city is eternally beauty for me. The people are. You know what I'm saying? My OG asked me, can these dry bones live again? That was the whole process of working to find that album. Second Street was just one of them albums where I was like, when I get on this verse, I just spazzed out. And it's funny because my DJ that's in Atlanta, he's from Puerto Rico. He wound up jamming. He wound up jamming an album, and he really showed me support from that album. He was like, "Man, that's Second Street." So come to find out later on, as I started studying my data from my music, Second Street been getting played in Paris, France, in Philadelphia, in Oakland. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, man, how is this record? You know what I'm saying? How is this record taking off? But I just think it was just real grimy. It was like I was in like a NWA pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, cause I was just tired of Memphis being disrespected.
Yeah.
You know, as far as like, I know it may be a top 50 list, it may be a top 10 list, but it's like, hey, bro, it's some real dope artists out here, man, that you just ain't discovered yet because your pocket is your pocket. You in this box, like I said, in International Hustle. Get outside the box. Go and experience something different. Hey, man, I can go get a $5 piece of chicken box, or I can go get this $100 salmon. Hey, I got this $100 salmon in this music.
Yeah.
And once you get a taste of it, man, you gonna find what you like and you dislike. Or you might say, man, I don't want to hear this. And I'm cool. I'm fine with it.
And then the video was even dope too.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you on the beach with it.
I
You know what I'm
filmed that
saying? That
joint.
was low. Really?
I set that joint on a tripod. I had chick filming, different spots for me
Yeah.
that I couldn't do on a regular basis for my myself. But that come back from, I was filming. Well, the film side came from my uncle Emmett when I was growing up. He used to film like the holiday, like events going on,
Yeah.
Easter, Christmas, all this when we get together as a family. So my brother and I picked up on the film side. So it was just like when I was in Memphis, he was like, "Here go a laptop, man, figure out how to do the editing." So that just whole knack of, man, you got to get this stuff done. You can film it, but get this stuff done.
I got to talk about the like complete and total balance of being an artist as well as being a barber, because I know you said they pretty much it's all under one, one banner, because barbering is art. But how are you able to balance the music career and being a barber?
It's really been about time. My time, like I tell my kids, time ain't mine to be given or be wasted.
Yeah.
I say that in one of the songs. So I get my money as a barber because I've been working on perfecting this craft and perfecting this skill. And I got to shout out Mr. Casey Allen, who was my barber instructor. It's just as a barber, it's about customer service. Just like music is about customer service. But when I'm cutting someone's head, I'm an unlicensed therapist. And then on the other side, the music is therapy for me at the same time. Because now I can bleed some of my experiences on pad. When I damn near got shot up, me losing my mom, I do the piece Gold Rose. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, now I can express these thoughts that my pops will share some wisdom with me, or my uncle might say something. It might just be simply a conversation.
Yeah.
So it's that balance that you talk about that we looking for in music. It's gives and takes. Some days I'm finna cut 20 people. Some days I'm gonna cut 4. But for me, it's still the same experience. I'm gonna give you the same experience with every haircut. Just like when I get on a song, I write every rhyme like it's my first song. I'm looking to make a classic. I gotta give it, you know what I'm saying? I gotta give it my all on both sides. But it's definitely some friction at times, and it's fine and balanced at the same time.
Of course, we got to get a social media to all the people, man, as well as let the people know how they'll be able to access the International Hustler album, man.
So the International Hustler album is on all streaming platforms. If you look up ARi Hotep, that's capital A, capital R, lowercase I, space Hotep, it'll take you to all my music. As far as my social media links or the names, if you go ARi_Hotep ARI_HOTEP. That's on Instagram. But if you just type the name, like I said, capital A, capital R, lowercase I, space Hotep, you can find me on Instagram, on Facebook, on really all of the different platforms. I also have the barbering is ARi the Architect. And I know it's a long word, but it's ARi the Architect. And that's just really giving homage back to my granddad when I say ARi the Architect. And my grandparents and my grandma as well. So ARi the Architect is like my barbering content, but now it's kind of like a universal hub because the music is the barbering. The music is secondary for me and in life as I've been growing. But it's like the barbering is number one, but that's my spiel, man.
Absolutely, man. First and foremost, I gotta say it's been an amazing interview.
Yeah.
You know, like probably one of the doper interviews of this calendar year for me because, like I say, we pulled back a few layers. We ventured onto a few different levels. Mm-hmm. You know, we dropped game. Yeah. Like that's, to me, that's the most important thing. If we could drop some gems on an interview, hey, job well done. But I gotta say thank you for being a guest on the show, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
No doubt. We got plenty more to chop it up on. Y'all be on the lookout for the music. Like I say, I forgot to say, how do people get these HLA hats and the gear and stuff like that?
Once you find me, you can reach out and just ask about the hat. Also, you can go to Origg Copy, ORIG Copy.com, and we got them on there too.
No doubt, man. Hey, again, I got to say thanks for being the guest on the show, man. Family. With that being said, now back to Brink Radio. Don't move.